Hello, excited to be back live here on LinkedIn, Twitter, and other social media platforms. Boy, I have a lot on my mind, some different things to cover. So I've been posting a lot of articles and I've been thinking, touring campuses and really gathering my thoughts as we start to go into the Institute for Higher Education in June. And I did want to share three things that I am going to talk about at the Institute in some of our keynotes and then themes throughout the week. So here's three moves. Some institutions have started this in different ways, but I'm going to actually bring business perspective to these particular moves, strategic moves that you can make to fuel growth, along with then connecting them to schools that are doing it as an example. But just as a reminder, the Institute for Higher Education is June 4th through the 8th. It's in Clearwater, Florida this year. It's not an event, it's an institute. So why an institute? Three important pillars: deeper learning, workshop-oriented sessions in the morning, time to refuel in the afternoon. Very different. In the afternoon, there's free time to connect with one another. No meetings, no phones, there's no sponsors, there's none of this going on. There's just space to remember our mission and to refuel ourselves, to go back with not just new ideas, but more passion for what it is that we're trying to accomplish, which is getting more students to get to college, to graduate from college and pursue, a mission-oriented life. And then relationships, not networking. So there's time, peer-to-peer mentors are provided, there's one-on-one coaching time, and various evening roundtable sessions as well. So very different format. So this is the Institute for Higher Education, and three things on the horizon that I'm going to talk about. A big thread in the chief enrollment track is working through a strategic enrollment plan. And there's always a big focus on how to position yourself in the market to fuel growth in a market that is largely flat and for most categories declining. So here's three interesting topics that I'm going to bring a business perspective to, along with higher education examples. One is leading rankings, two is creating a new category, and then three, entering a new market. So for leading the rankings, I'm going to walk you through what I did at GE. So this is a while ago, but yes, in the corporate space, there are rankings, there are analysts. In this case, we're going to review a Gartner Magic Quadrant, the gold standard of rankings in the technology space, and a decision we made to leave the rankings, why we left it, how we did it, and then how we address this in the market with our clients. And then we'll look at some schools that are doing leaving the rankings as well in higher education. Two is creating a new category. So at Deltec, this is something that we did. We actually were in a space that's considered red ocean. There were lots of market players, and we were successful in creating an entire new category. Again, getting external validation on this category as well. And then what did this mean for our growth going forward? That is a company that was $100 million some time ago, and now it's a $340 million business. And then there's entering a new market. So I was at Newstar when we specifically decided to get into cybersecurity. So while today it sounds like a hot new market, entering it from ground zero, how did we enter, think about it, and then connect it well to the other parts of the business which were not cybersecurity related? And we found success going from zero to becoming one of the major players and respected thought leaders in this space. So, we're excited about bringing different perspectives to the Institute for Higher Education. You'll see the tracks here. There's one for the presidents. I'll be heavily involved in the chief enrollment officer track, and we'll talk about strategic enrollment planning in that track, and we'll talk about these kinds of moves that are worth considering. Different institutions should do different things, but we're in a crowded market, flat to declining in many categories, And finding your lane for growth is more important than ever. So that's what we'll talk about. Those are some of the companies I am going to talk about and examples at the Institute on June 4th through June 8th. I hope to see you there. You all have a great day, and we'll talk again soon.